One of the things that people are groping for in the early part of the 20th century is a machine gun that's light enough to be carried by a single infantryman, but which can still suppress by having a huge volume of ammunition and a very high rate of fire.
The evolution of lighter metals and stamped parts made this dream a reality. A new wave of portable machine guns tumbled off production lines. All the major powers bought into the technology, but in World War II, two weapons outgunned the rest: the German MG34 and its update, the 42. Belt-fed, these weapons guzzled ammo, easily outgunning smaller capacity, magazine-based rivals.
And the MG42, it combines lightness and high rate of fire because it can take a feed off of a belt.
Which meant that they could produce this stunning volume of fire.
The MG42 is perhaps the most celebrated machine gun ever. It fired at 1,500 rounds a minute. So when this thing goes off, it doesn't sound like a machine gun. It sounds like you take a big piece of canvas and tear it.
If you were a British or American soldier with your magazine-fed machine gun taking on an MG42, you always had the feeling that somehow it was putting down a volume of fire that you simply couldn't cope with.
June 6, 1944, D-Day. American forces land on Omaha Beach in Normandy. German troops armed with MG42s look down onto the beachhead, unleashing a tsunami of lead. Despite the Germans being massively outnumbered, the fate of the landing hung in the balance all day. One single German gunner fired over 12,000 rounds that morning, killing hundreds of American soldiers.
The great advantage that any German unit had in the Second World War, once they had the MG42, was just simply greater firepower. No matter how many Bren guns or Russian machine guns you've got, the Germans can put more lead in the air than you can. And if you were fighting against it, the weapon was highly effective and incredibly demoralizing.
Recoil-operated weapons now dominated the battlefield.